Hey guys, it's Yo-Yo Joe 555, and here's Healer. So you go over here and stock up. You'll get some poison meat, some poison tofu, some poison worms, and a healing vial. Next step, go over to this pool over here and take from. And right click and take from it. That will fill your vial. If you're running low on hit points and you're the only healer, you have to come back to this pool and hit take from, and then you'll drink it. But it won't okay. There's your horn that you use to call. Here is your healing vial. See, you get 4 uses, just like a normal potion. So you call out crackers, because that's what's next to the mouth. And the poison meat means that's what you use against the healers. So to do that, find a healer. They're the ones with the big mouths and one eye, and just like a giant cylinder. This guy. Use whatever it tells you to. So you have to call what's next to the mouth using your horn, and then wait for them. See what's next to the ear. And then use it on the healers. And you can keep doing this until they die. It deals 4 damage every time. Or what you can do is you can just wait it out. That's what I usually do. On the higher levels. On the lower levels, you can just take them out. There aren't that many. See, now it's back to poison tofu and I have to call worms. It's pretty easy. Just the basics. See, at the bottom of the screen, it shows you, at the bottom of the screen, it shows you all of the players' hit points, except for your own. You can see that. Use the healing vial on the person to heal them. You only get 4 uses. And you're killing Peanuts healers, so in your box, it'll say when they're all dead. What you get points for is healers killed and hit points restored. Okay, that's what you're scored on. Now we're on to collector. For collector, if you're not level 2, you don't need to go over there. That's just a converter. What you do is there are 4 calls. You have to call to the attacker, style 1, 2, 3, or 4, and they're all different. And then I am so sorry. The attackers will then tell you what egg to pick up. You can either stay with the attackers or the defenders. Attackers call, but defenders can kill runners, so you get eggs from that too. So call the style that they have to attack, and then wait for them to call. So in this case, it's green eggs, so I have to pick up all the green eggs. You don't have to pick them all up, you don't get penalized, but if you pick up a wrong egg, it'll explode on you. Once you have a lot of eggs, you can load them into this cannon over here and fire the cannon. It's really cool. Green eggs are poisonous, red are explosive, blue are stun, and you can hit anything. Omega eggs are for the queen. We'll get to that later. Here we go. This is a shooting one. I'm going to shoot a poison egg. Just shoot it at this healer who's staring at me. Kaboom! Kaboom! They only deal 1 damage unless you shoot explosive eggs. Then it deals 3. And if you shoot a stun, it doesn't do any damage. I know the points are a lot. I'm just showing you. You get points for eggs collected and if you kill any of them. Now it's time for Defender. Defender, you have to stock up. It gives you stuff to kill him with, but no, you do not have to go over to the healing pool. That's only healer. Same thing. You call what's next to the mouth and you drop what's next to the ear, and I'll show you where to drop it. On both sides of the map, there are these, I call them like spinny blades of death, but they're like grinders or whatever. You have to drop what's there and attract these runner guys that don't have any arms. They'll come and eat whatever it is, and once they eat it, they'll get attracted to the rest of it. So in this case, it's currently tofu. What you do is you drop it so they attract it to it. Then you have to drop one on the spinny blades of doom. Once you do that, they'll come over to the spinny blades. I know he didn't. And it will kill them. Pretty simple, but it gets really hard because you have to attract all of them, and if you don't, you lose points. It's very frustrating. That's why this is not the best one to try. But you have to do it to get the torso. Here we go. So you call, they call. It's crackers. You know the stuff. Just drop the crackers. I always pick up my food and drop it where I had it. That way they won't eat the wrong food and run away. It gets really frustrating. But it's pretty simple. And when you use your trap, that's what it's called, and it will start to degrade. You only have 2 kills with it until it degrades to 0. That's why you need the hammer and the two logs. That way, once you're done with it, you can fix the trap and kill more. That's what makes the most sense. Or you can just go over to the other side. Personally, I don't do that because this side is closest to where they enter their little cave. So, here we go. If he passes one of your pieces of food, pick it up so he doesn't go back to it. And let's hope he goes to the spinny blades. And he walks right by. That's great. Oh no, he's going back. And that's what it looks like when they die. And see, it degrades. Here's what it looks like when you fix it. At broken trap, you can fix it when it's at 1, but I always fix it at 0. There you go. You fix the broken trap, it's fixed. Finally, attacker. Attacker, you don't need to stock up unless you're a ranger or mage. Then you can stock up on ruins and arrows. Otherwise, you can just do melee like I do. I would recommend any ruin weapon, dragon scimitar. And I use whip because I just like the whip, but you can't use aggressive. So right now it's defense, so hit block. It changed to control, I know, I fixed it. So you just kill the rangers and the fighters. That's pretty much all that is. They'll drop the eggs, as you know, are used by the collectors. Pretty easy stuff. There can just be a lot of them, and as you progress, see, there's killing the rangers and fighters. Here's the points. You get points for killing rangers and fighters. You know, that good stuff. Oh, and you also can lose points if you fail on attack. And here is my guide to the queen. I will not show anything before the queen, just the queen itself. And there she is. She's pretty big. If your attacker don't hurt attacker, it won't do anything. A collector has to pick up the eggs. If you're not a collector and you're a healer, once a collector picks up enough eggs, they'll hand the eggs to the healer. Then the healer has to take them to the poison pit, I do believe. Once at the poison pit, hit dunk, or just click on the poison pit, and it'll dunk the eggs. Once you've done that, you give them to the attacker, who will pick spikes off the mushrooms. And once the spikes have been taken off the mushrooms, they will use it on the eggs to make spiked and poisoned yellow eggs. Then for the final step, or for the close to final step, the attacker will give it to the defender and dunk it in lava. Once it is dunked in lava, it will be an omega egg. That is when it must be used back on the collector and taken back to the omega cannon. Or not the omega cannon, I'm sorry, it's just a normal cannon. But you can use omega eggs in it. So this is me. I'm collecting eggs. Got really frustrating. My team got mad. It took me a while. But what you do is once you get them, you use them on the healer. On this wave, you should have 2 healers. It makes the most sense because you don't want to have like 1 healer and then have everyone die. I even had this one time. We were on the 10th wave, which is this wave, and one of my healers died. Are you serious? That does not happen. Oh, and call a medic if you need it, you know, that kind of stuff. I just called medic so they'd come over so I could give them the eggs. That makes the most sense. It's the easiest thing to do. Once they do that, they'll take it to the poison pit, like I said, dunk it, then they'll give it to the attacker. They'll use the spikes from the mushrooms on it. And then once it's that, to the defender, dunk it in lava, and then they'll give it to you. You take it to the cannon. But that's only if you're a collector. I mean, there isn't much. Before the queen, it's pretty much the same. Just the course changes a little. There's only 1 cannon. It's to the left. There's still 2 spinny blades of doom, like you might know that. There's still the same guys that come out. But as you may notice, at level 9, there are a lot of everything. And what you have to kill, what you attack when you're an attacker, you'll notice their combat levels have skyrocketed. Every level, you'll get more of one enemy, and every level, combat levels will go up of your enemies. But then, on wave 10, they lowered the number of things you have to kill and their combat levels. And I said 5 because I'm telling my teammates how many eggs I have. Like I said, if you're an attacker or anyone, do not attack the queen. It doesn't do anything. You just get closer and she can hit harder with her magic. Here's what you have to do. Give them the eggs, I told you that. And the spawns that walk around, you can kill them. If you don't have any eggs, just like passing time, you can just kill them. That's pretty fun. You don't need to worry about your attack style. Anyone can kill them. And once you have enough eggs, I have 9. I don't know how many you need. I guess it kind of varies. Probably not. What you do is you run up to the omega cannon. Or just the cannon. I am so sorry. You run up to the cannon. which I am, you load them in the hopper. Then you go to the cannon. You fire. You click on Omega Egg. I know I didn't show you that. I am so sorry. I forgot to. You just keep clicking on Omega Egg. And then when you run out, you load it back up. And then your team will sometimes attack. Sometimes they won't. But see, she's pretty much dead. She dies. The queen is a lot of fun, I have to say. It's always a lot of fun killing the queen. And you get some pretty good experience. As you will see here, she has died. And you get 80 experience in whatever role you're in. And you will also get